So Tim, this book, is it really just an offshoot of your daily preparation as a minor league broadcaster, or is it a completely different rabbit hole?
It's a completely different rabbit hole. I've always loved baseball research, and it started back in 2012. I was researching something else, and I came across this story from the 1880s in Austin, and a Texas League game got delayed when a wild bull ran on the field. And I was just stunned. Like you, I see something like this, and I want to know everything about it. And that's when I realized there are so many minor league stories that I think the average baseball fan or even the casual sports fan doesn't know about.
And with these stories, some of them are just so bizarre. Do you have to then maybe find a second or third source just to make sure, just to verify that it's true?
For sure. I ran into that in the research process. Back in the 1940s, for example, Baseball Digest magazine would interview these old ball players, and they'd say, oh, in 1936 I was playing at Harrisburg and this happened. Well, they didn't have baseballreference.com, they didn't have newspapers.com, and what I would find is, well, actually that player was in that city the year before, not the exact year that he said. So what I would do is write around it, and in that example I'd say, in the 1930s this happened. But you definitely had some challenges when it came to finding a second source for some of these mythical stories.
So present day minor league baseball, the strangest thing you've encountered in El Paso is what?
In El Paso, I'd say in 2015, when we had a wiener dog delay, El Paso was hosting an on-field wiener dog race in 2015. And out of the 5 competitors, 4 of the dogs went straight where they were supposed to. One of them made a turn and scampered all around the infield. And by the way, one of the Oklahoma City players that was trying to scoop up that dog, Corey Seager, then with Oklahoma City, now of course a Rangers star. So yeah, I was doing play-by-play of a dog delay in El Paso.
The Texas League, I found it very interesting, you tweeted this, that the Texas League experimented with a pitch clock in the early 60s. How did you find that?
That's what I loved about researching this book, was a lot of baseball innovations actually happened in the minor leagues before we thought they would. Years before the designated hitter, there were multiple minor leagues using a designated hitter. The Texas League for 2 seasons in the 1960s was using a pitch clock, and it was the exact same time. It was 20 seconds and 15 seconds. So really, when you look at a lot of the innovations, for example, the Chicago White Sox are known as the first major league team to wear shorts on the field as an experiment. Well, decades before that, Abilene, Texas did it. A couple of games they wore shorts. The players didn't like it because they got too many mosquito bites during the game.
The most bizarre thing in the book, give it to us. What is this story?
Probably the one that took me the longest time to research. Some big names are involved with this one. In 1978, a fly ball disappeared. AA Bristol, Connecticut is at Jersey City, New Jersey.
Eastern League.
Eastern League, exactly. Wade Boggs is playing for Bristol, Ricky Henderson for Jersey City. And this sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, I interviewed players who were on the field, and they say a fly ball was hit to right field, and it vanished. They say it did not go over the fence. It did not land on the field. It did not go in the stands. Players are stunned. I even spoke to somebody who was in the stands. He described it the same way. So the umpires understandably don't know what to do when a fly ball goes up and never comes down. So they gave the batter a double. So in the next Astros game, if a fly ball disappears, there's precedent. It's a double.
The book is Tales from the Dugout, 1001. Why 1001?
I had about 1,100. I was trying to pick a number. One day I walked by my wife's cookbook and it said 1001 recipes, and I said, I like that.
All right, that works for me. 1001 humorous, inspirational, and wild anecdotes from minor league baseball, Tales from the Dugout. Tim Hagerty, thanks so much for being on Sports Extra.
Thank you, Jason.